Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here, doing a review on a KWC PT99. I did one a while back. I want to redo one. That one was way too long, and I didn't get very many views on it, and I feel like it's because it was too long. So I'm just going to go ahead and redo it and see if I can reach more people with this. So here's the PT99. Now I have a HFC KJW Custom M9 here, just to refer to as the legitimate replica of the M9. This is a replica of the Taurus copy of this. So this is just here for reference. This is my custom build one. I threw it together, bought like 2 boneyard pistols and threw it together. It's working really well, except for the slide lock. Second slide lock broke, so I ordered a steel girder one. That's on its way. So I'll talk about that later. First of all, the magazines. These are both KWC magazines, the extended one and the extended one and short one. And they have different models. Some of them, like my friend had one, and his came with both mags. Mine only came with the long mag. I had this gun 3 years ago, and it broke. It took about a year for it to break. I used it as my primary when I was playing in the woods behind our house. We would go back there and have like 3v3 or 4v4. And just, I would use this as my primary, no joke, and it was amazing. I used it for about a year as my primary. Then it finally broke, and it was because I was dry firing it. Don't dry fire your guns. This is not replica, or it is a replica. What I meant to say is it's not steel. It's not even a cheap replica steel compared to the real thing. It's just pot metal or zinc. It's not very good quality. It will not last you dry firing it in double action or single action. That just destroys them. You got to be careful with these, so just don't do it. Now, if you want a good quality one that you could do that with, to be honest, there are none, unless it's full steel. You've got steel hammer, steel sear, steel trigger, steel trigger bar. You have to have basically all the internal steel to be able to withstand just dry firing it like the real thing would. Even dry firing a real gun is not good for it. Some people argue about that, but that's just my opinion. I wouldn't do it unless it's necessary. So there are 2 magazines here. This one is actually for my M9 here because I put a KJW feed lip and a KJW nozzle or gas bucking. This is what some people, or magazine bucking, some people call them. It's just the rubber. I'm lost for words here, kind of. It's right there. Just look at it. There you go. It's to mesh with the KJW nozzle, whereas with the, you just need a small one that comes stock with the KWC. Sorry, I'm redoing this video, so like I feel like I've already said this stuff because I have. But anyways, so this holds about 50 rounds. This one holds about 28. So this is a lot of ammo for a short mag. So I really like this magazine for this pistol. Get a lot of rounds. As far as propane magazines, can you use them? I actually used an HFC and a KJW propane mag in the KWC, but the slide would not lock just because of the way it worked. The slide lock function was different. Alright, so features, it is a matte black. The finish is not too bad, but it wipes off easy. So right here you have warnings there. That's just garbage. And then you have Taurus trademarks over here. And then serial number. The slide is metal. The frame is metal. You got the decocker, or not decocker, sorry. On the real thing, this is a decocker. But on here, it's a selector switch. I'll get to that in a minute. This is your takedown lever here. Metal. Slide lock's metal. Magazine catch is metal. And the magazine catch is different from the standard M9. And then you have a selector switch here. Down is safe, which for some reason it just fired on. Okay, so it's firing on safe. That's full auto. That is full auto. Down is full auto, and the middle is semi, and up is safe. So safety does work. There you go. Stupido. Now I would not dry fire this, like I said, and also I would not switch this up and down. Just keep switching it for the fun of it, because that will get loose on you. And it's not like it'll switch modes. That hasn't happened to me, but it gets really annoying. As far as the sights, they're built in, and you have the one like dash in the back compared to the dots on the M9, which I love the dots. Dots are my favorite. Just looking at my target, it's like, yeah, I got dots. On my M9, my KJW M9, the dots in the back are perfect. The front one kind of bothers me a little bit because it's a little bit smaller, and it's like up a little too high, it looks like. I don't know. The paint is perfectly even inside of that groove, but it's just a little high and the dot is small for my taste. Mainly it's high, it's not centered in that sight, but anyways. This one's, I've had 2 of these, I've seen 3, one of my friends had 1, and all these are sloppy. The line there, it's always sloppy. Okay, internals, there are some compatibility issues with these, if you didn't know. The hammer, I want to show you the hammer. So as you can see, hopefully you can see this, well, let me go ahead and take the slide off. So on the hammer, there's actually a gap there where this goes down and this resets the slot, or the hammer. It helps reset it. There is an internal piece that actually resets the hammer and locks it back, but this one resets it a little bit further. See, it actually stops it, so it can't go forward unless it's reset all the way. So, and then here, there is none. So these KWC ones are prone for breaking because of that. That metal there is fairly weak, and slamming back and forth, it destroys them because it's hollow there. So as far as this might be able to work if you put one of these in there, but you'll probably have to take this bar out, and I'm not sure if that would affect performance or not. Mine doesn't have anything there, so mine's all on the side here. I do have a spare HFC hammer. This one's HFC as well, so I do have 2 hammers for this, because they are prone to breaking even on these. From what I've heard, at least some dude that I bought the KJW, or Gardner steel slide lock off of, he was saying how his WeTech one just snapped in half, and he got a Gardner one, so he basically said I can buy the Gardner one from him if he wants, because he was parting his M9 out. Let's see. Oh, let's do the internals down here. There are a few compatibility issues. Some parts are compatible, some aren't. I don't really want to go into detail on that. I'd say like 30% are compatible with TM stuff, the rest aren't. As far as the hop up here, you have a adjustment right here. Your nozzle in here is plastic like most. It's high quality. I have a spare and 2 springs there. It's a solid system. The spring and spring guide is really high quality. The spring is actually really nice, gives off some good tension. I actually have a spare spring guide, 2 of them actually. I've owned 2 of these guns, and actually the friend that had his actually gave me his too, so I had 3 at one point, but so I have lots of parts for these. As far as the hop-up unit, it is not too bad. When I first got it, it was shooting lasers. Now, go see my shooting test on this. It was shooting legit lasers. But it was done with my iPhone back a long time ago. But it was shooting lasers. Now it's not. With .25s, my BBs are dropping at about 100 feet, which you might be like, oh, well, why would you be shooting that far with a pistol anyways? Well, if you have to engage somebody that far, wouldn't it be nice to do that? Yeah. But it's not consistent. I mean, the BBs fly far, but it's not super consistent. Some shots go low, some shots go perfect, some shoot high. The last time I shot this outside, it was like that. And I used to use .2s, and now I have to use 2.5s because it's not as consistent. So with 2.5s, I recommend using 2.5s or 2s. I'd say just get some 2.5s and just sight it in and be set. Because it is CO2, it does shoot hard. Lowish gram BBs would probably be a good idea, or highish gram BBs, like .2s. So we are going to chrono this here. I have .2s in here. This CO2 can in this magazine has had a whole mag shot through it. A whole mag on the video I messed up on. So, do keep that in mind. So this is about the average. The feet per second you're going to get out of this is about that of an average for the most part. So as far as functionality, I mean, it's fairly realistic. I love it. It feels nice. The grip is not too bad. It's kind of grown on me. I kind of hated it, but with this is thicker, which I do like the thickness, but this is nice to, have it a little bit thin for a change. I do have a rubber grip I might slide on here, because I did have it on here, but then I swapped grips, so, yeah. Oh, so we're just gonna, here, I'll show you. With this bigger gas route rubber here, when you put this in here, it actually cycles so much faster, and it's so loud. See? Well, not super loud. When you put, when you put this KJW slide on here, it actually works, and it shoots so much harder, but it actually damages this block right here on the side that resets with this slide. So, and it actually broke, and I actually swapped it out on the video. That's why I redid the video. It did break. I had to spare because, like I said, I've had 3 of these. So, I had one laying up in my box, and I was like, oh, I know. I remember seeing it up there. So, we're going to shoot this Chrono at .2s. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and Chrono it here. Live Chrono. I don't normally do this because I normally can't. Okay, 368. 349. 357. 359. 343. 338. 359. 352. So, it's actually fairly consistent. Normally with propane magazines or green gas or even matte gas, the FPS consistently goes down. With this, you saw it's more fluctuation, which in my opinion is better, because when it drops drastically, that's when your hop-up begins to not add enough force or stuff like that. Sorry, I'm going to move this stuff over here. I have my gun in parts over here because I'm waiting for a frickin' MOSFET for this gun, and guy finally shipped it. I think it was yesterday. No, it's today. And so I don't want my parts messed up over there. Anyways, back to the subject. This pistol, I do like it. And yeah, with propane, it goes up and down, or goes just down. This thing fluctuates up and down, which your hop-up seems to be able to hop the BBs better. These are 2s, so 2.5s, you run them 320 FPS with 2.5s. When you shoot somebody, they're going to feel it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and swap the camera around here and finish the rest of the magazine on semi. Okay, this magazine is very gas efficient. I can get like 3 mags off with 1 CO2 can. It is fairly cold down here, so do keep that in mind. And there's not really room here for me to stand back and extend my arms, so kind of slouching here. I'm gonna go put this box up so I don't shoot the wall there. That wouldn't be good, would it? Okay, it'll probably fall down. Screw it. So there you go. Lock back every time. I really do enjoy shooting this pistol. It's crisp. I compare it to shooting a KWA because the KWA, their slides are so light. They're good, pretty good gas efficient. They do good at cycling because of their slide being so light. But as far as that, their hop-ups are junk. I would pick this hop-up over any hop-up. Any KWA pistol hop-up. If I could pick any pistol hop-up, though, dang. I do like how how it adjusts. I think I mentioned that to you. Hop-up adjustment screw right there. It does not untighten. Whereas with wheel hop-ups, they can actually unloosen themselves, which sucks. And I hate that. And I actually glued my PT99 hop-up wheel and sighting with .25. It shoots really well, but I ordered a CO2 magazine, so I think it's probably going to over-hop just a tad. But we'll see. I might not make a video on those parts, but I'm getting 3 packages. I probably won't. Or I'll open them on my time and test them, and then at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, whenever the last package I get that day, I'll show you all that I got that week. I hope that makes sense. So full. It's kind of hard to switch because the grip gets in the way. Yeah. There you go. So it does, it cranks. There was no rate of fire reduction there at any point that I could tell when it was firing. It wasn't getting sluggish at the end. That's what I love about CO2. It's a constant pressure for the most part. Better constant pressure. Now, that's why I ordered a CO2 mag for my P226 because my P226, my WeTech would not cycle very well with the propane mag. So with CO2, it's much, much higher PSI. So, and it's a KJW CO2 mag, and I have a KJW lower on my P226. So, in a WeTech slide, so it will fit and work properly. So I'll open that up when I get it and put probably just one CO2 can through it, however many mags that is, just to test it out, make sure the slide locks back, see with 0.25s if it overhops, yada yada, and then I'll give you an update on at the end of the week. I'll tell you everything I got, all 3 packages, and tell you how they worked and everything. The one package I probably won't be able to tell you how it worked unless I upload a video 4 days later, 3 or 4 days later, because I'm going to need a day or 2 to work on that M4 with the MOSFET and shell and shim it all and grease it all. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about this gun, just ask me in the comments section. Lock back every time.